Hi everyone, it's Mary Blocker with Mary's Stampin' Cafe, and thanks for stopping in on my Saturday Stamping recorded video. Today you are going to see a fabulous and wonderful fall card. Of course, it's all about fall right now, and I just love bringing out the Nuts About Squirrels stamp set by Stampin' Up. It's found in the current annual catalog, and it is a cutie. There's so much fun you can do with these little squirrels. As we know, they're very mischievous and a lot of fun. Today, I'm going to be using like almost every stamp in this stamp set to create a fabulous card. So let's get started. Are you a subscriber? I bet you are. If you're not, go ahead and push that button, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. The base of my card is Sweet Sorbet, one of the new in colors this year, and I love it. It goes with fall colors so very well. It's not quite red, it's not quite orange, it's just very nice. I also have some crushed curry and very vanilla. These are going to be the inside of the card. They're cut just a little bit smaller, of course, than my base card. A little bit more on this particular one, just so I can have more of that Sweet Sorbet be showing on this layer here. I have a beautiful piece of 5 1/4 by 4 Sweet Sorbet that I ran the beautiful Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder to give that just a beautiful embossed scene. I want to show you when you're using your 3D embossing folders, you're going to use your base plate 1. Then you put down your cardstock and your embossing folder, put your number 4 gray plate on top, and then run that through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Because this 3D embossing folder is quite thick, it needs a special plate to use it. When you're using your standard embossing folders, they're thinner, and so you need a different plate system set up. And you have those plates when you have your Stampin' Up! Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. They come when you purchase the machine. I have a beautiful piece of fall colors right here in this autumn piece. It's a very vanilla background, and it's got crumb cake and soft suede, crushed curry. That we have that. I think this actually is Poppy Parade in here, but look how well that goes with our Sweet Sorbet because it's using different variations of the color. Now that's no longer available. It's part of the Rings of Love designer series paper from Celebration, but in the July to December mini catalog, there's a Celebrate Everything Hostess package of designer series paper, and look at this package. It is 48 sheets of 12 by 12 two-sided designer series paper, and there are 12 different celebrations and designs that you receive when you pick this as part of your hostess rewards. It is really great. I'm going to be doing a shoebox swap, and I'm thinking I might have to do something Halloween and use that paper. It's just a beautiful assortment of paper. Oh yes, ornaments. Yes, I love these trees. I can just see kind of a black and white kind of frosty Christmas card there. More sparkles and celebration, and of course our holiday candies, right? Can't go without those. But it also comes with 4 of these beautiful fall leaf designer sheets with this really nice opposite side. And so that's a great alternative that you can use for your strips in a card like this, or any other fall leaves that maybe you have that could coordinate. The only thing when I am creating and I'm using designer series paper, I let that paper decide what the base of my card's going to be, what my layers are going to be. It's really helpful. So also for my card, I have, the leftover strips you get when you cut, and that'll be something that's great for the inside of our card. Always can jazz those parts of our cards up. I have another piece of crushed curry that's going to come just like so. I know I'm covering up my embossed leaves. That's cut at 2.5 by 3.25. And then I have another layer of Very Vanilla that's cut at 6.25 by 2 3/8. And then I've scored it at 3 1/8 because I'm going to have a fun little surprise here for this card. And so we're ready to get stamping. Now, when you're using this particular stamp set, you've got two stamps that go with the same squirrel. I'm using my Memento ink. This squirrel right here, there's an outer stamp, and then there's this piece right here that's going to be a flat stamp that gets all of that color to then layer on here. So I'm not coloring my squirrel with any Stampin' Blends or Stampin' Right markers or watercolor pencils or any of those things, but you could, because these outline squirrels are whole. As you can see, the colored part of the squirrels are not whole because they're the ones that are going to be filling in the color for us using our stamp pads. So let's get started. I'm going to get the squirrel, the outline of the squirrel that is not holding the acorn, and his little face is so mischievous. I want to make sure I ink up really well my outline, and I'll go ahead and stamp him right here and push down. Make sure he gets on there well. Oh, so great. Then I'm going to go ahead and open up and get the squirrel that's holding the acorn. I'm going to ink that up really well. And I'm going to stamp this guy, but he's going to come over closer to the edge here. There we are. Press down. And there we go. Perfect. Now we're not done. I'm going to close this here, and I'm going to get the stamp that says, "Hey there," because this little squirrel looks like he's saying, "Hey there." Beautiful. I love the nice bold font of the writing of this stamp set too. Then I'm going to do on the inside, it's going to say, "Nuts About You." Just like so. That is so, so cute. Oh my goodness. Now, let's grab the inside of our card, because since I have that Memento ink open, let's just take care of those parts and pieces that are using that ink. And this has "Happy Birthday." And I'm going to stamp because I haven't used it before. Oh, it's such a great bold color. I love it. Happy birthday. And there it is. Now we're going to do more on the inside of that, but that's okay. So we can close up the Memento ink because we've used that. Now I'm going to bring in Crumb Cake. You can color your squirrels gray, so you could use basic gray. You could use gray. Basic gray is awfully dark, but gray granite would be really nice. I am using Crumb Cake for both squirrels today. So think about what kind of squirrel color you would want to use. Now to line these up, I really find it's easier for me to line up going along the back of the squirrel. And once I have that back lined up, I can just stamp. And there he is. So very cute. I love his little tail here. Now you can always go back in and get your Stampin' Right markers or your Stampin' Blends of another coordinating kind of color. If you want to give them a little bit lighter of that Crumb Cake around and fill in those areas, you're more than welcome to. Why not? I'm going to leave it the two tones that it is because I really kind of like that difference between his colored part and not. This little guy you got to be a little more careful on. Sorry if you get my head in here, but I take this part right here, line that up, and then I just watch this tail right here. And if I've got those lined up, I should be doing pretty well. There we are. And there he is. Very, very cute. Ah, I love it. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is see that little acorn he's holding. I have a light soft suede. Nope, that is dark. I have light soft suede. And I am going to go ahead and color in the top of the acorn and then bring in the dark soft suede to give a little bit of some definition and darker spots here on the top of the acorn. And then I have dark Cajun Craze, and that's going to be the inside of the acorn. Very cute. So then I'm going to go ahead, let's bring our cardstocks in. I'm going to go ahead and I'm using just a little bit of the multi-purpose liquid glue today. It'll allow me that little bit of time to move things around a little bit if I need to with my lining things up. See what I mean? I can slide it around just a little bit to get it where I want it. There we are. So hey there, Nuts About You. Very cute. I'll also go ahead and I'll adhere this down, and this is where I would always use a liquid glue whenever I do embossing. I don't want my tape runner to press and undo or flatten the embossed images that I've just done. So I find using my multi-purpose liquid glue works really well to keep that embossed image nice and embossed and raised up. And so using the liquid glue really helps with that. Also, when you're adhering things on top of something embossed, I also like to use the liquid glue. You don't need a lot of the liquid glue. It's a nice adhesive for sure. All right, now you can put this where however you want, far from the edge of your cardstock. I have mine just along the edge there. You can see I have a little bit, like 1/8 of an inch that I'm going on there. Then I'll go ahead and use my multi-purpose liquid glue on here as well. This will be adhered down really well so that the times that you're opening and closing that flap, and that's going to go here just like so. I'm going to hold that for just a minute. All right, look at that, so cute. Okay, now let's come back to our inside of our card because we are going to jump into the stamp set and we're going to pull out the branch, and then I'm going to put that branch here. And I'm going to get the, let's use the crumb cake again. And I'm going to have that just coming here like so. And another, just like that. Fun. Then we're going to pull the leaf. And the leaf is going to come right here. And we have some great colors. I have the sweet sorbet, I have crushed curry, and I pulled in old olive. So we need a little bit of our fall colors happening. Gonna ink up Oh, that's so nice. Look at that beautiful old olive. Very nice. And these leaves are just going to come on here, like so. Just going to rub it off here. That will work just fine. Then we'll take the crushed curry and we'll just pair that in there, coming on the leaves here, like so. Totally fine. Oops, I can fix that. Totally fine if you see the branch there, and not gonna hurt a thing. It's kind of a whimsical thing, right? Then our sweet sorbet. This is going to be such a beautiful and bright color. Oh, I love it. It's so nice. And we can have it come like so. Just tilt it, turn it this way. Oh my goodness, that could have been bad, you guys. That could have been just disastrous. There we go. Oh, that's cute. Isn't that cute? Now the other thing is there is on the leaf, there is another stamp, and let me show you. It is actually the veins on the leaf. It's very cool. So I'm not sure if I put it on the, it's okay, you can, yeah, you can. Wasn't sure if you're going to be able to see it real well, but you can. So let me show you. Let me do it here. So you're putting in the veins of the leaves, and you can see I'm using just tone on tone, and you can see it. So that's great fun. Let's see if I get that tone showing with the crushed curry. I'm not sure. Would help if I cleaned my stamp. Oh, you sure can. That's great. Helps to line it up. But you know what? It's rustic, so I'm okay if it's not perfectly lined up. And then we'll try that old olive to see if that works. Having the veins to the leaf is just adds so much to the leaf. Oh, you sure can. This is great. All right, so there we are. Look at all the veins in the leaves. You see those? That's perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere this to the inside of the card. There we are. There we go. We'll open up and put that in here. I just love the weather. It's cooler nights, crisper mornings. The coffee's just so much better on these fall days. I am so ready. And some really good cleaning of the house and getting out those fall and Halloween decorations. My favorite time of year. Love it. So we have our beautiful happy birthday inside. We have Hey There, Nuts About You, happy birthday. Love it. Now I'm pulling in a little bit of bling for this card with the fine sparkle adhesive back gems. They're in the July to December mini catalog. And you wouldn't think that they'd go with this card very well, but you know what? These are kind of soft autumn colors, right? Well, look at the beautiful colors we have here. So I'm going to be using some of these, and I'm going to do a little bit different ones here and there. So I'm going to use this one right here by the Hey There. That's really cute. I'm going to use a little bit bigger one of the yellow right down in this corner. Hey there. And then I think 2 are fine there. And then I'm going to pull in a large red. And that's going to kind of come over in here on our designer series paper so I can have that 3 going on. Then our little Nuts About You guy is going to have a gem. Probably not there. I'll put it there. And then our happy birthday, you know what I'm going to do here? I thought I'd like to have that there going across the bottom. Thought that might look nice. Just right along the bottom there. Kind of goes along with the leaves that I did inside. But you don't have much room to write. So I'm going to bring in a couple of our little yellow guys. Just a few of them throughout here. Because I think that is fun. All right, so there we are. I want to make sure I've got that scored down really well. And so there you have it, a beautiful fall card. We have the great Nuts About Squirrels stamp set. It really is a great stamp set. Now, I did not use all of them. I didn't use the acorn. The acorn gets built right here. And I didn't use Hope You're Feeling Bright-Eyed and Bushy-Tailed. That's a great sentiment for this card. So we have Hey There, Nuts About You, Happy Birthday. I love it. Well, thanks so much for stopping in for my video today, you guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like about my card. And hey, let me know if there's something else you'd like to see, because I am always looking for ways to share what people want to see. So have a great weekend. Take time to do some crafting. And until next time, happy stampin'.